Brooklyn is turning a new leaf. They're very, very popular these days. Barbara Streisand just played in Brooklyn. Jay-Z, everybody knows, is pretty much Mr. Brooklyn. And today is our rew-who-brooklyn edition at the wonderful, beloved Branded Saloon. And this is a really crazy day. Just not even on the calendar, but just in general for me. I was realizing it's the last Friday of CMJ. And 4 years ago on this Friday in CMJ, I had a life-changing experience. And this CMJ has been going pretty cool as well. It's always just a madhouse in New York City, and lots of cool people wander in and out of town, and it's just a lot of fun. And it's always good to be in New York City, and it's always good to be in the music world. But on this day, October the 19th, let's see, it is National Seafood Bisque Day, and we have some seafood bisque in the house for everyone who's sharing a skeleton with us. And this Branded Saloon, oh my God, if you could only see it. There are skeletons everywhere in the room. Look at that. It's like a real skeleton. Well, maybe we'll show the people all the fun skeletons, because they are in it to win it for Halloween in this Branded Saloon. And it is the month of tricks and treats, and trust me, I get tricked and I get treated all the time. So anyhow, today is definitely one of those days of tricks and treats. Oh my God. All right, but here we go. It's the day that American Idol producer Simon signed a 3-year deal with ITV for the X Factor and Britain's Got Talent. You know, he had his time with American Idol and decided to move on. And we will all see what happens to Simon as that unveils. But that happened in 2010. And also on this day, it's the day that Woody Woodward re-signed as New York Yankees general manager. And Lou Piniella is named general manager. And Billy Martin is named New York Yankees manager for the 5th final time. I think they need those guys back, because we all know what just happened to those damn Yankees. And Mr. A-Rod, you just alone. Oh my God, A-Rod. I mean, well, whatever. I mean, it's actually not a bad thing to be A-Rod, because his paychecks come no matter what he does. And, he's living the life of hey, whatever. He doesn't want to leave the Yankees, but rumor has it, I'll be very surprised if he's on that team next spring. It's the day that a chorus line premiered in New York City, and boy, do we know about a chorus line. What a show. That show, did wonders for high schools everywhere. I mean, everyone does the show A Chorus Line, I think. Ringo released the song Photograph. All I want is a photograph. And, oh, Ringo. I love Ringo, and I do love that his last name is Starr. It was the last issue of Look magazine on this day, last one. Does anybody remember Look? Do you remember Look? Mm-mm. Look magazine was the last, that was in 1971 was the last issue. So, I mean, go look for Look, because it was like Life magazine. I don't even know if Life is around anymore.
Hit and miss.
Do you remember Life?
Oh, yeah.
Life and Look were, I think, they were like cousins.
I wasn't alive for Look, but I was around for Life.
Okay, there you go. See, the youngins, they know a little bit about a lot. The Yardbirds had their first U.S. tour on this day in New York City, was where it all started for the Yardbirds. The Beatles recorded I Want to Hold Your Hand on this day. Oh, those Beatles, I want to hold their hands. Yeah, that would be fun. Martin Luther King was arrested on this day in Atlanta because he was sitting in. I never understand that. People get arrested for sitting in, just wanting peace, and they get arrested. Go frickin' figure. Daryl Hannah got arrested a couple weeks ago just for that. And I actually met someone kind of related to her. I got to meet Cisco the other day. Cisco is just the coolest guy, and I love him. I totally do love Cisco. I ran into him 2 days in a row, and it was just, he's so cool. And his dad is married to Daryl Hannah's sister. Wow. So he's kind of related. And you know, Comic-Con was here. I forgot to talk about Comic-Con with my beloved Caroline. Caroline Stewart and I were at Comic-Con this year, and I have to say,
Hi.
Yeah, Caroline is the director of the show, my biggest helper on the planet.
Aww.
And what happened to us at Comic-Con when we saw Lou Ferrigno?
Oh, God. He's a good guy, don't get me wrong.
No, he is a good guy, but we went over to him.
He got passed off because he was, quote-unquote, on break.
He was like, we were like,
he wouldn't take a
Mr.
picture
Lou
with
Ferrigno,
us.
can we get a picture? And he's like, I'm on break.
Yeah.
I know. We also ran into those adorable, adorable headbanging guys of Metallica.
Yes, we met Kurt Hammett.
We went into a room that we thought we were allowed in. We started sitting down, drinking coffee, tea, eating brownies,
sodas.
and
which was delicious.
sat down with the table with Metallica, and then we were rudely told, you can't sit here.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So we went to the table next to it and hung out, chilled out, and then security came
And escorted us out.
and took us out and said the room was only for real celebrities. So, you know,
Such an insult, but whatever.
But we stuck around in the room anyway, and the Metallica guys were kind of winking and waving and smiling at us. They got a kick out of it. It was kind of fun. And there was one other mishap besides all the wonderful stuff that happened at Comic-Con.
There were so many within a 4-day period. At least for me, I personally met Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Stone Sour.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I couldn't get an interview, but I got a couple of pictures from my cell phone, so I'm happy. I can die happy now.
And it was kind of a crazy Comic-Con this year, different than last. I guess each one has its own flavor.
Yeah,
but we went, rew-who prevailed, and besides losing a ton of footage, which, you know, we're not the techies that we could be, or at least I'm not. Yeah, it was fun, and we got some great interviews and great stuff, so check it out on the YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
So what else happened on this day? Florence Henderson joined the Today Show panel. Like, when was she on the Today Show?
I have no idea.
You know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Mrs. Brady.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Mrs. Brady she should write a book. I've heard crazy things about her. This is very ironic that the show named Damn Yankees closed on Broadway on this day in 1957.
Wow.
Boy, is that suitable for them. Those damn fucking Yankees, man. I don't even care that they lost, truthfully, but like, you know, damn Yankees, that's all I can say. It closed on this day. Yeah. Think about that, Yankees. Yeah. They are going to sit back and think about this.
My dad's crying right now.
So I know. All my parents are upset too. But like, you know, it's only a freaking game. I just don't understand.
It's pride.
Gay pride?
I don't know about that.
Ah.
It's pride. It's all about pride.
I know. Pride is, I don't know. Pride is a dangerous
We can't rely
thing.
on the Mets, so. I mean,
well, not this year anyway. But, you know, maybe it will kick them in the ass and, like, you never know.
It's a sign.
It's a sign of what?
You should get your fucking shit together,
The
Mets.
Yankees?
Damn.
Oh, the Mets. Oh, whatever. That season's done. Now we got the Jay-Z Center for the Nets, and let's see what happens there. I mean, the Knicks and the Nets, I heard, are playing here very soon. The Knicks and the Nets. Now they're going to come here to play, you know?
Oh, God.
All right, so it's also the day that, this is pretty crazy, Thomas Edison demonstrated his electric light on this day. Now, without that happening in 1879, none of this would be here.
No, not at all.
I don't think it would anyway.
We wouldn't have that.
Unless other people invented it too, but Thomas Edison's just the one that came out with it.
We wouldn't have that cool little...
I know. This is just the branded saloon. It's got the cutest stuff on the planet. Mary Walsh and Charles Colson are the first couple to ever be married in a balloon. Would you like to get married in a balloon?
There's a lot of things I want to do in a balloon.
Wouldn't being married be one of them?
Yeah, maybe drinking on a hot air balloon. They say, like, if you're high up, you get drunk faster.
Yeah, I would think you would.
Hell yeah.
And Columbus sighted Isabella, which is Fortune Island in the Bahamas, on this day in 1492. that wonderful number, 1492 in Columbus, they just like go together. It's
But he discovered something that already existed.
Yeah, but didn't he always discover something that already existed?
I don't know. Maybe it was an ego thing for him. Like, I found this and this is mine. But let's be honest.
So you're not a Columbus fan?
No, but if it's a paid day off, I'm happy. I'll celebrate it.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, birthdays on this day. It's Amy Carter's birthday.
Okay.
And right now she's a peace activist. I hope she doesn't follow in. Well, she might. She might be. I think she might have been arrested, actually.
She's no Jane Fonda.
Yeah, well, Daryl Hannah and Martin Luther King. And her dad was always like the nice guy president.
Yeah, and then there's, what was that other, his brother?
Billy Beer. Billy Beer. He always said you can always, in this country, who you never know, you can grow up and be the president's brother.
Hell yeah.
I know. Does Obama have a brother? I don't think he's an only child.
I know Michelle
Sister?
Obama has an older brother that's a coach of college basketball.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know about siblings on Barack Obama.
I think he might have a sister. I think I remember that, but I don't know. Amy Linker. I chose her because she's born in Brooklyn, and this is the Brooklyn edition. She was in the show Square Pegs.
Cool.
Which, do you remember Square Pegs? That's where Sarah Jessica Parker
You're talking to
came
someone
from.
that's 1987 to now.
I know. Square Pegs is like Sarah Jessica Parker was the one that blew up after that from that show.
And so did Kim Cattrall with Porky's.
Yeah. There you go. But it is Amy Linker's birthday, and she was born in Brooklyn. I don't know who the heck she is, actually, but it is Brooklyn today. Evander Holyfield. Now that's someone
I know.
Yeah, Holyfield. He was born on this day.
Okay.
And I've been hearing about this bus driver on YouTube that punched a. I think he thought he was Evander Holyfield.
Do
you believe that?
The spoofs. My brother showed me it's like a little cartoon spoof on the whole thing. It was just so beautiful.
Oh,
so
gosh.
It was
like insanity. In Cleveland, this happened.
Oh, it's like just so, it was so funny because the way it was like, it was just a perfect
uppercut.
It was a perfect uppercut. Almost, I could have nicknamed him Ryu. He was so perfect.
Well, I'm giving it up to Evander Holyfield for that one. Yeah. Annie Golden, another born in Brooklyn actress. She was in Hair, and there's nothing I would do without Hair. I just long, beautiful hair. It's what I dream about. Divine's birthday is today. Oh my God, this world would never be the same without Divine.
Oh, wow.
I know. I hope you know who Divine is. I have an autographed T-shirt from Divine.
How could I not know Divine?
Good for you. Well, you're the one that said, you're from 1987.
I mean,
John Lithgow's birthday is today.
Like
Patrick Simmons, a rocker from the Doobie Brothers. Now, I wonder what his nickname is, because I've heard everyone in the Doobie Brothers has, one is that's one of their nicknames, and what was the other one? Skunk was the other one's nickname, and
Smoke. There was the Toker. Then
they all. I never really thought
nicknames.
they looked so wholesome and clean cut. Those Doobie Brothers. I love that. That don't judge a band by its cover. You know what they're doing in that bus. It's Peter Tosh's. Speaking of that Doobie Brother thing, it's Peter Tosh's birthday is today.
Okay.
And not only is he just fabulous, but he's a musician, a singer, a guitarist, a pianist, an activist, and promoted legalizing marijuana.
She said pianist.
He is a pianist. That's a piano player.
I know.
That's funny.
Pianist.
Yeah. He plays very well. It's Peter Max's birthday today.
Okay.
Do you know who he is?
No, but
oh my
God,
artist. He's Peter Max. You gotta know who he is.
I'll Google him later.
All right. It's also, I thought you'd like this one, Janetta B. Cole, the educator and president of Spelman College. Now, that television show put Spelman on the map.
Of course.
You remember the show?
God.
With Ashley? Do you remember the name of the show?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
All right. Lisa Bonet went to college.
Yes.
Spelman College.
Yeah.
I love Lisa Bonet. I just saw her interviewed the other day, and they said, Lisa Bonet, why are you so fabulous all the time? You always look so great, and you're in this industry. And she said, this is my new mantra.
What?
I love myself. I love nature. And yoga helps. And then she just walked away. I just
so cool.
love that. It's just, oh my God, if I could just be like that much Lisa Bonet, I just chant that all the time, and I think it helps. I do. It's Tony LoBianco's birthday today, and another Brooklyn-born actor, Lloyd Haynes. I don't know if you know who this is, but he was Pete Dixon on Room 222. Does anyone know that but me?
Oh God, I know that
You
show.
do? Yay!
I know the show.
You know Room 222?
Yes.
Good
How
for
can I
you.
not know Room 222?
I don't know. None of them do. None of them do. He was Mr. Dixon.
Go watch
Oh my
Nick at
God,
Night.
it's the best show.
Go watch Nick at Night. It's
222. It's such a good show. I haven't seen it though, like in a long time. But Pete Dixon, he was classic. Oh, guys, you've got to get up to date. It's also Robert Reed's boyfriend. It's funny that him and Florence Henderson are on the same list.
Wow.
Mike Brady, happy birthday. He's definitely an angel in the room with us today. It's LaWanda Page's birthday. She was Aunt Esther in Sanford and Son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she's another angel that is here with us. And George Cates, I just thought it's funny. He was the orchestra leader from the Lawrence Welk show.
Okay.
I wonder if he was the one that was blowing the bubbles, because, you know, on Lawrence Welk, whenever they played the music, bubbles were going. I just don't even remember,
think
but
so.
I know it. I know that they're famous for the bubbles. So, and angels in the room, we always celebrate the angels, people who passed away on this day. Glenn Buxton, the guitarist from Alice Cooper, he died of pneumonia on this day at 49 years old. So we love anything Alice Cooper, and if that was a guitar player with Alice Cooper, thank you for being on the show today. Martha Raye, the actress as Pinup Girl.
Wow.
She died after an illness at 78. I remember Martha Raye. Cleavon Little, this is terrible, from Blazing Saddles. We are so grateful that you are in the room with us. He died at 53 years old.
Wow.
Aw. And John Eric Hexum accidentally shoots himself on the set of Cover Up at 27 years old. Can you believe that?
That's
Could you
crazy.
imagine? Why did they have real freaking bullets on a set? You
It's
think
the
that
same
was a
thing
setup?
with Brandon Lee when he did the film.
Could you imagine that?
It's the same with Bruce Lee's son, Brandon
Yeah,
Lee.
he died on set.
He died on set, and the same with Bruce Lee. He died on set too.
Yeah.
So that was the ironic, like both father and son died on set.
Now, gosh, I mean, you can't make up that stuff. It's crazy. Jock Ewing died in an air crash on the television show Dallas on this day.
That doesn't count.
Isn't that hilarious that they listed that in
It doesn't
the fact?
count.
I
He
know.
got actual death.
Yeah, but they listed Jock Ewing. I love that. I love it because people do believe things are real on television. Gig Young, he kills his bride of 3 weeks and then committed suicide on this day. So
And he was 64.
yeah, God bless his wife, man. I hope she got him bad up there or down there. Whatever. Gig Young, how could you do that? Elizabeth Arden. Where would this world be without Elizabeth Arden? She is an angel with us today. Do you know who she is?
Elizabeth Arden.
It's an entire skincare line.
Oh yeah.
Cosmetic manufacturer.
I don't wear that much makeup.
It doesn't matter. Elizabeth Arden. She's got that big red door on Fifth Avenue.
Oh, yeah,
It's still
Arden.
there. And Jonathan Swift, the English writer of Gulliver's Travels. Oh my God, I love Gulliver's Travels. Do you know that story?
Best book.
Hallelujah, you know it. So it's like pre-Alice in Wonderland, or maybe
No,
maybe
Alice
they were
in
cousins.
I think they were like both neck and neck, but Alice in Wonderland came first, but Gulliver's Travels probably like
Because it's all about getting big, getting small, getting big, getting small, little people, big people. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
What were they smoking? Right?
I don't
Were they hanging out with Peter Tosh and
I don't know.
and who's the other one? Oh, the Doobie Brothers. That's what it is. So anyhow, we're in Brooklyn, and it is the Branded Saloon, rew-who Brooklyn edition, and we are going to get rolling with it now. So stay tuned and hang out, and maybe you'll have some seafood.
Oh, and a little announcement. 1 month from today would actually be the Aeon of Ether premiere.
Yes.
And actually, you're going to be playing, I just found out.
I am playing that night, too. Yeah, and we'll be at Otto's Shrunken Head.
That's right,
And it's a
November
Monday.
19th.
November 19th.
Just a little
We got a
promotional thing
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, but there's lots of gigs between now and then.
Yeah, so you guys can win.
Yeah.
Just a little reminder.
So we'll be right back. Yes, Brooklyn. No sleep.
All right.